he's on the field.
That's happened to me before, though.
That came out for the offense.
I thought they
So
were
I'm
going to
just
switch
telling you
out,
about
but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
The extra speed allowed for great
Is that
penetration as they
first time this ever happened to you?
This now
Okay.
a 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Wilkins, not known as a sack artist, only 8 combined in his last 2 seasons, but almost 100 tackles and a pair of forced fumbles for the Finns last season.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know when they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Down the right sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Looking to pass. Tua rolling to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Derek Carr, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs.
And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our friend Alan Roach can't wait for this one. The Niners and Vikings from Minnesota at 8:15 Eastern Time. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a 3rd and 6. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Second down, here's Mostert again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the stop. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. Miami set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On second down, Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Mostert. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll run with Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside 5 at the 6. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them, because that might very well be all the points they need.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts and the Eagles now down 10-0, 24 seconds to go. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Dolphins, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.